Hey guys, DPG here on the shores of Vancouver's seawall, enjoying the sounds of the lapping water behind me. Today I've got an awesome video. I actually just had a conversation with my agent yesterday, who I haven't spoken to in a while. I had been kind of, toying with the idea of whether I wanted to continue with acting or not. And of course, I decided I can't give this up. It's too awesome. There's just too much going on, too many excellent projects that I'm really excited about. And so I thought, okay, how do I instill into my agent some of this excitement? So what I did was I contacted the agent and I immediately let them know that I have a relationship with one of the top shows that's on the air right now. And that's just a simple way to make it seem easier for them to get me on a show, and also for them to think that I will probably book the show, because I don't know if you guys have gotten this from me before, but when you know somebody, they would much rather hire you than hire a stranger. Now, intuitively, if you don't understand why, just imagine a stranger showing up on your doorstep. Okay, how does that make you feel versus a friend showing up on your doorstep? Who do you give more credence and credibility to, right? It's a no-brainer. But what I suggest to you guys to sort of piggyback on what I'm talking about is that you get really innovative and creative. So this is for those of you who have agents, but you can also do the same if you don't have an agent and you are trying to get an agent, or if you don't have an agent and you are trying to reach out to producers, writers, people who will have projects. And what I suggest you do is you get really specific and clear and innovative about how you approach them. And what I mean by that is look at what their actual specific needs are. Okay, so in the breakdown, it'll say something about the story, the plot line. Maybe the show is already on television, so you know something about it and you feel like you'd be a good fit for it in general. And so when you see that magic role that comes up in the breakdowns, or maybe you've seen similar characters to that on television already, that you reach out to the people involved, whether it's on online submission services like LA Casting, Casting Networks, etc., Casting Workbook, etc., and you reach out and not only submit yourself, but send a personal note. And if you don't have any demo reel that makes your case, then don't send the demo reel. Just delete your demo reel right there and then. And if you, so the only reason you would want to send any demo material is because it supports your case exactly. Okay, you don't want to be seen as just a generally good actor. You want to be seen as this person that you are describing, or that this breakdown describes, or that this storyline describes. So look at the information that is out there, see what fits you, and then make the case for yourself. It doesn't matter who it's for. But let's just get back to agents for a second, because that's what I originally wanted to write about. And what you want to do with an agent is keep in touch with them regularly, keep an eye on things. And if you're going out all the time, great, unless you're going out all the time and you're not booking anything. And the reason you think you're not booking is because you're not going out for the right stuff. So the reason I say that is because it's absolutely imperative that you audition for the right project, because you will probably book close to 100% of the projects that you are right for, the parts that you are right for, the roles that you are right for. And you will book virtually zero of the roles you are not right for, because there is someone who is right for it. So why hire someone who could do it versus someone who would be really good at it? Okay, so it's really important, of course, for you to know this stuff about you, but keep your agent engaged with what you are doing. Tell them how you have been connecting with producers via email or social media. Tell them how you are in discussions with them about things, about how you might be right for a particular part, and they agree with you based on what they know of you, if you know them to any extent. But keep coming up with ideas. and keep sharing them with your agent so they can really hone in on who you are. It has a double effect, okay? First of all, it keeps you on the mind of the agent and you really start to develop a nice rapport with them. They get a sense of who you are, if you have a sense of humor, if you don't have a sense of humor, whatever. They get a stronger and stronger feeling for you the more that you interact with them. And I suggest you try to talk to them by phone or Zoom, if not once a week, once every couple of weeks, and just check in and don't be all needy. Be helpful. Try to make their life better and more fun and more enjoyable. Make representing you more fun and more enjoyable. And let them know what you're doing, and also let them know what you've been seeing out there, what's on Amazon Prime, what's on Netflix, what's on the networks, what's on Fox and HBO, and all of the different the movie projects out there. Let them know what it is that you really resonate with, even if it's not a specific part on a specific day, because you don't have the breakdowns necessarily that they see, but give them some prototypes. Say, I was watching this show on Netflix. I was watching this show yesterday called The Boys on Amazon Prime. And, one of the parts I thought I would be perfect for. I actually don't think I would be perfect so far for any of the parts that I've seen just yet. Actually, I could have played translucent. I felt like I could have nailed translucent, partially because I almost am translucent. Look at how freaking pale I am. So that's what I'm talking about, though, is engaging your agent, engaging with people in the industry, telling them, like, your agent, of course, is the main person because they're the ones who are looking for roles that you could play. But if you help them with that, they may not be eternally grateful, but they will show their gratitude in other ways by working harder for you, by paying more close attention to the breakdowns. And when they see something after a conversation they just had with you, it'll resonate. They'll go, oh, this sounds perfect for David Patrick Green, just based on the conversation we just had. And if you have these conversations frequently enough, then they're going to have these thoughts more frequently. So that's it, guys. Try to be creative and innovative. Try and stay on top of what's out there. Share that with your agent. Share with them what you're up to and keep giving them ammunition, because the more enthusiasm and the more accurate and specific you are about what you can do, and the more believable you are when you're telling your agents this, the more believable and enthusiastic they will be when they are passing this information along to the powers that be, like casting directors, producers, directors, writers, and so on. Okay, guys, I hope this was helpful. Let me know what you thought. Do you have any suggestions, questions, comments? And check out my websites. If you're really serious about being a professional actor, then get in touch with me, because I have to tell you, having a mentor such as myself to help you get through the daily grind of, oh my gosh, I just want to give up. I'll give it 6 months. And I'm like, no, just try this one thing. Trust me, it'll work. It's just tremendously helpful. What I try to be to actors is who I wish I had had when I was going from complete amateur ranks to the top of the production list ranks. Working on some of the biggest shows and the biggest movies. And I got to tell you, it's a very difficult transition. At no point do you ever think you're going to make it, and then suddenly you make it. But it's through doing the right things over and over and over, some of the things that I like to talk about on my videos, that you will be able to make that transition from rank amateur to tried and true professional who is known throughout the industry. And pretty soon the phone starts ringing on your end, and you're like, who is this? And you're like, oh, hey, it's Mike Doherty. I'm the director of Godzilla, King of Monsters. Do you want a part? That literally happened to a coaching client of mine. So there it is, guys. And check out teespring.com/hackhollywood and get a cool Hack Hollywood t-shirt. And if you're good, I might send you one of these. Okay? I'll talk to you soon.